Did you know that every year over 50 trillion gallons of rainwater falls on the Earth? That's enough to fill up more than 19 billion Olympic-sized swimming pools. But where does all that water go? Well, some soaks into the ground and eventually makes its way into our rivers and oceans. Some evaporates back into the atmosphere. And some falls on a roof or a field or a forest floor and then runs into a drain or a ditch and eventually finds its way to a wastewater treatment plant. Yep, that's right. All that rain we talked about earlier, it all ends up here. At a wastewater treatment plant, the water goes through a series of processes to remove contaminants so it can be reused over and over again. First, the water is screened to remove debris like leaves and sticks. Then it's treated with chemicals to remove pollutants like lead and arsenic. And finally, it's cleaned with sand and gravel to remove even more debris. After that, the water is clear and clean and safe to drink. In fact, it's so clean that it can be used for industrial processes that require pure water, like making semiconductors or producing pharmaceuticals. But that's not all. Treated wastewater can also be used to water the grass or add to a river to supplement its flow. In places where there's a shortage of water, treated wastewater can even be used for irrigation, which is a friendly term for watering crops. In fact, more than half of the crops in California's Central Valley are irrigated with treated wastewater. That's because it's a sustainable and cost-effective way to provide water for agriculture. Plus, it reduces demands on the supply of potable water, which is scarce in California. But wait, there's more. Treated wastewater can also be used to recharge groundwater supplies in areas where there's a lot of rainfall, but the ground is so saturated that it can't absorb any more water. Excess rainfall can be directed to a wastewater treatment plant. The water can then be treated and injected into the ground, where it can help replenish aquifers and sustain groundwater supplies. So, you see, rain is more than just a source of fresh water. It's a vital resource that can be used to sustain our environment and economy. By investing in our water infrastructure, we can ensure that we have the clean water we need to keep our communities healthy and thriving. Rain is essential for life on Earth. It provides us with the water we need to drink, the crops we need to eat, and the energy we need to power our homes and businesses. But too often we take this precious resource for granted. We waste it, we pollute it, and we fight over it. But water scarcity is a problem that affects all of us. And it's a problem that we can solve if we work together.